TBS.
Oh,
yeah, it's stupid. It goes from ESPN all season to TBS and TNT. And Matt and I were just talking about how just absolute dog shit these apps are. I don't have cable, so I'm trying to use these apps and they're just fucking horrible.
Yeah, that's like the only thing Fubo doesn't have, man.
TBS and TNT?
Yeah, it's the whole Turner Sports.
Oh, really?
Yep.
And that's what you do is you Fubo?
Yeah, yep.
Isn't that just the same price as like DirecTV, though?
Absolutely not.
What? Yeah, it is.
Absolutely not.
Dude, how much do you pay for Fubo? $70 a month?
Yeah, do you know what I was paying for RCN? When you stack up all the receivers.
75?
No, try again. For RCN, for TV and internet, right? For RCN, when you stack up all the receivers and shit like that, my bill was like $225 a month. I was like, you people can shove it up your ass.
How do they even still do that? Like with all the cable cutting?
Yep. I was like, get the fuck out of here. So now I pay like $60 a month for my internet and $70 a month for Fubo. And Fubo's on the go. I take that shit everywhere, man.
That's fucking dog shit. Yeah, and if you need a login for any of the apps, you can just use my parents' RCN login. You know that?
I actually think I still have that saved somewhere. And HBO Go.
Everybody does. I swear. I think I got like a notification. Like a lot of people, some weird thing I've never seen before.
Shout out to Terry and Loretta.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I mean, you guys are supplying half of Easton.
Yeah, I've been using that for years as well.
Right. I think I got a notification just like out of nowhere, like some weird thing I saw like on the app. Like, boy, a lot of people are using this login. Do you want to change the password? I was like, man, that would like ruin a whole bunch of people's weekends. So no, I'm not going to do that. Okay, well, all right. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been real fun. We got to talk about all the stuff that we wanted to talk about. Oh, wait, the Embiid Dynasty rookie draft. Let's go, baby. I'm the only one excited about that. Larry, you know what? Screw you guys.
I'm literally going to trade out of the next fucking 8 drafts.
Man, that's got to be the most boring shit. Were you even following the draft at all, or?
Yeah, a little bit. Here's the deal, right? Like I told you guys, everybody's got their own strategy and shit, but I highly doubt that there's not a way that I could get any one of these players that you guys went out of your way to draft.
That's a good point. There's a couple for sure that you cannot get. I've tried, but
anyone is attainable.
I get that, right? Because I even tried today. I hit Rats up and I was like, hey, how about all of my first round picks for the next 3 years for Jamar Chase? And he was like, it was basically like one of those, I respect that, but I'm not letting Chase go for anything. And I was like, cool, got it.
Yeah, but you know what? If you had the number 2 overall pick last year, you could have. And then I saw your offer for Najee. I mean, it wasn't a real offer, was it? You were just kidding, because I'm not going to give up Najee for some first-round picks. But you know where I got him was the draft.
Mr. Picks. I'm not going to give up Najee. First of all, let's talk about how you blew last year's draft and took Najee over Chase. Right, Ghost? Tell this guy. Tell him he blew it again this year. Tell him Big Kyle owned his shit.
Yeah. They ended up, I think Najee and Jamar ended up with the same amount of points last year.
Fuck out of here. Yeah, no, you made that up.
You
made that shit up.
They were both, I think, number 4 at their respective positions.
Yeah. There's a lot more wide receivers than there are running backs.
Let me see, 286 for Chase. And then Najee ended up with 280. So, yeah, about the same. Yeah, I mean, I think that running back is a more valuable position.
Jay, stop. You blew it.
All right, fine. But you know what? That was still a good draft. Najee and Kyle Pitts, maybe he'll do stuff.
No, that's fine, right? I agree with you as a whole. Last year's talent far exceeded whatever dog shit came out this year, because this year's draft was just fucking trash, to be honest with you. I had no problem sitting out of this year's draft and not having a single pick.
We'll see. There was definitely some good prospects. I think some good players ended up at some good teams and some good situations, but there was obviously no Jamar Chase. There was no Saquon Barkley prospect, anything like that. But, that's why I thought it was a really good year to have like a pick at the lower end of the draft because there weren't any, real superstars here. Go! Let's go! Let's go, Florida! Baby! That's how now you remember how to score goals.
Tell me it was Barkov.
I don't even know. I don't
even like that word anymore, to be honest with you. We shouldn't even use that.
Is it Verhaeghe? That's his second.
No.
Yeah.
The Avs scored already, too.
That was his second.
No, I don't even like saying the word Barkov.
Oh, if you had him in the first to score in the first 5 again, that's just keeps cashing. Avalanche.
The first 5?
First 5? Who the fuck is offering that?
The Ghost is getting some special treatment over here. Damn, the first 5.
Jay, don't talk about special treatment, Mr. Steph Curry at 1+3 for +100.
Oh, that was nice. How did you guys not get that?
I don't know. What kind of law did your state just pass that they were like, hey, here's some money?
Free money. Oh, they're reviewing this for goalie interference.
Oh Christ.
Dude, every time, I can't believe this. And none of these calls ever go my way. Ever.
Is this gonna come back?
I don't know. I don't even know what goalie interference is anymore. I mean, where was it? It was a couple.
You can't shoot the puck at him.
A few days ago, who was it? It was who got hosed? Oh, the Canes got hosed against the Bruins, right? Because they called goalie interference. Oh no, they didn't call goalie interference because he got shoved into the goalie. So you're like, oh, okay, that's going to be goalie interference. But no, is it good? That's good. See, there is no goalie interference anymore. I was just talking about this. There's no goalie interference. You can do whatever you want to a goalie nowadays, and it's fine. That's the game. Let's go. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, let's get back to football here. So let's just run down some of these picks because it started off with the number 1 pick. Washington Fantasy Football Team took Bryce Hall, New York Jets. Matt, how do we feel about having a New York Jets running back?
Well, I can speak from experience. Yeah, it's awful. But maybe that changes this year. But what is their offensive line looking like? Have they really done anything to improve that?
It's actually not horrible. I was looking at Pro Football PFF rankings, and they were ranked about number 11, I think they were. So the offensive line is not necessarily that much of an issue. The issue is that they're the Jets.
Well, as we said in previous episodes, we like the Jets. They're on the up this year, my friend. So,
yeah. What does that mean for them? You know what I mean? They could. How many games did they win last year? 4. Like if they score a touchdown, I'm like, oh, they're on the up. I don't know.
We saw two Jets go in the first.
Yeah.
It's
just gonna come down to Zach Wilson. Can they move the ball? Basically, don't forget they also have Michael Carter there. Now they're clearly not tied to him being like the number 1 there. I actually heard the Jets GM talking about Hall also being there, and they didn't necessarily draft him to be RB1 either. So it seems like they're going to be splitting carries here. What can we honestly expect for Breece Hall? 200 touches, maybe?
What did Carter get last year? Weren't they giving the ball to Frank Gore last year? I know he's retired now, but wasn't that a thing? That was last year, right?
Yeah. So. Frank Gore. Wait, no. Last year, Frank Gore was still playing football?
Pretty sure. Nevertheless, I feel like Carter just didn't get the volume, and it's probably going to be a committee thing. So
Frank Gore was not playing football last year. That was 2020.
I wouldn't have huge expectations on Breece Hall, to be honest with you, at least not initially.
Okay, Michael Carter had 147 rush attempts, and he had 36 receptions. So, yeah, I mean, your rookie season, you can't really expect a whole lot from Hall, right? Especially on the Jets. So we're basically looking towards the future, the next couple of years. If Zach Wilson does turn out to be something, then maybe Breece Hall, he's a workhorse 3-down running back, right? So this is all just going to come down to what Zach Wilson can get done, honestly. Well, good luck to all them. I just can't bring myself to draft a Jet. And then number 2 overall goes Drake London to the Atlanta Falcons. This is the next Mike Evans, am I right?
I think the kid's going to be a stud. It makes me sad that he ended up in the NFC South, and the Bucs are going to have to see him for years to come. But I think the situation is what benefits him the most. I mean, no Calvin Ridley this year. You got Kyle Pitts, who's like the only offensive weapon that you could name right now. The Marcus Mariota train is going to have to throw to somebody, right? And it might as well be Drake London. If you're going to bring in a whole new QB, I mean, Matt Ryan established a little bit of a rapport with Pitts last year, but with him gone, Mariota is going to be looking for some fresh connections with somebody. So Drake London's got the prowess to be a red zone target and be a double-digit touchdown scorer sometime in the near future. So I think the situation alone made him the most valuable asset in this rookie draft.
Well, let's not forget that this offense does actually have some weapons. Let's not talk about the QB.
Okay, let's not do that.
If we got Drake London coming in here, and then we have Kyle Pitts, Cordero Patterson re-signed with them. I mean, he's explosive. And then next year, if Ridley can stop gambling for 5 minutes, I mean, that's a lot of juice. That offensive line is just atrocious, and you really need to address that. And then obviously this is going to run through the quarterback. But yeah, if Ritter ends up doing stuff, then maybe there's enough to go around to all of them. But yeah, they're going to need to find a quarterback first and foremost. I mean, if they're going to just be running with Mariota, and then he's got
found one, bro. He signed a multi-year deal.
Yeah, they're going to need to find a quarterback, because if they're just going to be running with Mariota, there's a lot of mouths to feed, and he's not going to be able to throw for 4,500 yards. Do you take Drake London over Breece Hall in any situation?
Me personally, I do, just because you guys just talked about it. I can't really trust a Jets backfield, right? It's not like Michael Carter's going anywhere. So just for the sheer fact that Drake London, without Calvin Ridley this year, you got to expect the volume to be there. So me personally, I probably would have went that route, but to each his own. This is why I don't participate in that thing.
Yeah, this is a far cry, a little bit of a far cry from Najee and Jamar going 1-2, right? Yeah, I guess it depends on need. I'm a running backs guy, you know that. So I go Breece Hall.
It's depending on how you value the position, obviously, and what we see in the NFL is just the committee amongst most of the teams now. So, yeah, I think honestly, there's probably several players I would have taken before Breece Hall. If we're talking honestly, I'd say like a Treylon Burks or a Christian Watson. But this is like, are you thinking over the next 5 years? Because maybe Breece Hall does become something more than a Watson or a Treylon Burks over the next 5 years. But as far as players being able to come in right now and make an impact based on the situations, I'd say someone like that is probably a little more valuable.
Let's not forget that this is Dynasty. So we can actually kind of just even move past this year. I mean, this year, yeah, fine. But 3 years from now, let's talk about that. You know what I mean? Breece Hall.
Yeah, but you can't really ignore the fact that, right, situations